Welcome to our channel. In this video, we should know some of the most important terms or basic concepts of our measures of central tendency. So let's begin. Measures of central tendency means the measurement of a single typical value that represents the characteristics of entire distribution or series is called measures of central tendency. Here typical value means we should find out a single value. That means we should take a sample from the total distributions or the entire series that should represent the characteristics of whole the distribution or entire distribution is called our measures of central tendency. Generally, measures of central tendency is the combination of two words, that is first one is measure and second one is central tendency. Here measure means method and central tendency means central value or average value. So the measurement of central tendency means the method by which a central value of the given series or distribution is calculated. So let's repeat again. Measurement of central tendency is the combination of two words, that is measure and central tendency. Here measure means method and central tendency means central value or average value. So the measure of central tendency means the method by which the central value of a series or distribution is calculated is called measures of central tendency. Generally, under the measures of central tendency, we calculate three types of averages. That is, first one is our mathematical average and second one is our positional average and third one is our miscellaneous average. Under mathematical average, we should calculate arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean. Whereas under positional average, we should calculate median, quartile, decile, percentile, mode, octile and pentile. Whereas under miscellaneous average, we should calculate quadratic average and moving average, progressive average, and composite average. So under measures of central tendency, we basically calculate average of a distribution or series which is broadly divided into three categories, that is mathematical average, positional average, and miscellaneous average. So under mathematical average, we should calculate arithmetic mean, which is always written as AM, and geometric mean, which is always written as GM, and harmonic mean, that is always written HM. And under positional average, we should calculate median, quartile, decile, percentile, octile, pentile, and mode. And in case of miscellaneous average, we should calculate quadratic average, moving average, progressive average, and composite average. So let's discuss one by one what is the meaning of various average and how it is calculated. So first come to our arithmetic mean. So the arithmetic mean is the average value which is calculated by dividing sum of the values of variables of a given series or distribution by the number of items of the given series or distribution is called arithmetic mean. Generally it is calculated by using the rules, that is arithmetic mean or x bar equals to summation x by n. Here summation of x refers to the sum of the values of variables of a given series or distributions, and n refers to the total frequency of the given series or distribution. When the frequency of the series or distribution is given, then the variables should be multiplied with their respective frequencies. So our arithmetic mean rule should be summation fx by n. Here the variables should be multiplied with their respective frequencies, then we should find out summation of fx, and generally it is always denoted as x bar. Now come to our geometric mean. Geometric mean is the antilog of arithmetic mean of logarithms of different items of a given series or distributions, and it is otherwise known as geometric mean is the nth root of product of n items. Generally it is calculated by using the rules, that is geometric mean equals to antilog of summation of log x divided by n. Here summation of log x refers to the log values of the variables of the given series or distribution, and n refers to the total number of items in the given series or distributions. And after finding the summation log x by n, we should find out the anti-log value in order to find out our geometric mean. There is also a alternative methods to find out geometric mean, which is only possible in case of our individual series when there is small number of items are present. So the geometric mean is the nth root of product of n number of items, that is nth root of product of n number of items, here x1, x2 and up to xn, that indicates the variables of the given series or distribution, and here n is the number of items of the given series or distributions. Now come to our harmonic mean. Harmonic mean is the reciprocal of arithmetic mean of the reciprocals of a given series or distributions, that is always calculated by using the rules, that is harmonic mean equals to n by summation of 1 by x. That means the reciprocal of arithmetic mean of reciprocals. So here 1 by x refers to the sum of the values of the reciprocals of the variables, and n is our number of items. Generally it is always denoted as hm. So these are the mathematical average, that is arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean, which are comes under measures of central tendency under our mathematical average. Now come to our positional average, that includes median, quartile, decile, percentile, mode, octile and petile. So we should discuss one by one. Median is one of the positional average that divides series into two equal parts, is called our median. So there is only one median of a series or distribution, that is always denoted as m. In case of individual and discrete series, we should find out median by using the rules, that is n by 2th item or n plus 1 by 2th item. But in case of continuous series, we should find out median class, then we should find out our median by using the rules, that is median equals to L1 plus n by 2 minus cf divided by f into I. Here L1 is the lower limit of median class, n refers to the total number of items of the series or distribution or total frequency, cf refers to the cumulative frequency preceding to the median class, and f is the frequency of median class, and I is the class interval of the median class. Now come to our quartile, which is always denoted as q. It is one of the positional average that divides the series into 4 equal parts. So there is our 3 quartiles, that is q1, q2 and q3. That means first quartile, second quartile and third quartile. Similarly, in case of individual and discrete series, we can find out quartiles by using the rules, that is n by 4th item or n plus 1 by 4th item. But in case of continuous series, we should find out quartile class, then we should compute our quartile by using the rules of the quartiles. As quartile divides in a series into 4 times, so we should divide 4 here. But in case of median, as it divides the series into 2 equal parts, so we should divide 2, that is n by 2th items. So now come to the decile. Decile is another positional average that divides a series or distribution into 10 equal parts, and percentile is also another positional average that divides the series into 100 equal parts, and there is octile that divides a series into 8 equal parts, and pentile is the another positional average that divides a series into 5 equal parts. Similarly, all median, quartile, decile and percentile we can compute in case of individual and discrete series by using the rules, that is n by the particular positional average divides number of types, that is in case of median we should divide 2, in case of quartile we should divide 4, in case of decile we should divide 10, in case of percentile we should divide 100, and in case of pentile we should divide 5, and in case of octile we should divide 8. And there is another positional average, that is mode. Mode is the value which is most frequently occurring value of a series or distribution. That means very common item of a series or distribution is known as mode. That means the variables having highest frequency in the given series or distribution is called our mode. Mode is also calculated by using the rules, that is mode equals to, or which is denoted as always Z, that is L1 plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into I. In case of discrete series and individual series, we can directly identify our mode. That means the variable having highest frequency is known as mode. But in case of continuous series, first of all we should find out the modal class. The having highest frequency is known as our modal class. Then we should find out mode by applying the rules, that is mode equals to L1 plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into I. Here L1 is the lower limit of the modal class, F1 is the frequency of modal class, and F0 is the frequency preceding to the modal class, and F2 is the frequency succeeding to the modal class, and I is our class intervals. So now come to our miscellaneous average. There is some other averages are present. These are comes under our miscellaneous average, that is quadratic average, which is the square root of arithmetic mean of the squares of the variables of a series or distributions. That is our quadratic average is calculated by using the rules, that is square root of arithmetic mean of the squares of the variables of a series or distribution, that is QA equals to whole root of summation x square by n, and our moving average is the average value which is calculated in a moving manner by taking equal number of items is called our moving average. That is mostly used in case of time series. So our moving average is calculated 2 yearly, 3 yearly, 4 yearly and so on. Generally it is calculated by using the rules, that is our moving average equals to x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3, then x2 plus x3 plus x4 divided by 3, then x3 4 plus x4 plus x5 divided by 3. That means we can compute averages 3 yearly. When we should compute 3 yearly, we should take 3 values at a time, but it should be taken in a moving form. That means first of all we should find out x1, x2 and x3's average. Then we should find out x2, x3, x4's average. Then we should find out x3, x4 and x5's average. So as it is a 3-yearly moving average, so we should take 3 values at a time. When we should compute 4-yearly moving average, then we should compute, but we should take into consideration 4 values at a time. In case of 2-yearly moving average, we should compute, but we should take into consideration 2 values at a time, but it should be taken in a moving manner. Now come to our progressive average. The average which is calculated in a progressive manner, that means 2 years, 3 years and 4 years. In case of progressive average, we should compute the average values by taking the variables in a progressive form, that is, in case of 2 years, we should compute x1 plus x2 by 2. Then when we should compute 3 years average, then we should take into consideration x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. When we should consider 4 years average, then we should take into consideration x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 divided by 4. In case of moving average, we find out, but we should find out average in a moving manner. That means x1, x2, x3, x4 we should take into consideration by omitting one by one, that is x1, then we should omit the x1, we should take x2, x3, x4. Then when we should consider third average, then we should omit x1 and x2, we should consider x3, x4 and x5. But in case of progressive average, we should compute the average values in a progressive manner. That means first we should compute average of 2 values, then 3 values, then 4 values, and then 5 values, and so on. Now come to our composite average. Composite average is the arithmetic mean of arithmetic means of different series or distributions, each called our composite average, which is calculated as x bar 1 plus x bar 2 plus x bar 3 divided by 3. That means we should find out the arithmetic average of arithmetic means of different series or distribution. Here x bar 1 is the arithmetic mean of the first series or first group, x bar 2 is the arithmetic mean of the second group, and x bar 3 is the arithmetic mean of the third group. When we should find out the composite arithmetic mean of arithmetic means of different series or distribution is called our composite average. So these are all about our measures of central tendency. So repeatedly watch this video in order to clear all your doubts on measures of central tendency and share it with your friends. Thank you.